What is going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to teach you how to reseal three-piece wheels. So these are SSR Vienna Courages, and they are three pieces. So they got the face, the lip that's in front of the face, and then the barrel that sits right behind it. So we're not going to be taking off all these bolts and redoing them because we don't have a cracked lip or barrel. Our seal is just weak, or it got split or something like that. They never really held air when I got them. The fronts never held air. The backs are completely fine, and I actually had no issues with them. They typically drop like 1 to 2 pounds, and that's normal. These ones drop like 5 or 6, and it could be the weight on the front. It's heavy, and then the tires are skinny, but the seal just needs to be redone. They're really old. So we're gonna be taking these to the tire shop, get the tires dismounted. I think it's like $15 each to do that, and that is until we get a tire machine. And then we're gonna cut the seal with the razor knife and then just reseal them, re-caulk them. And we'll walk you through the whole process when we get there. We're also gonna be adding in a new valve stem. When I did this before I put on new tires, the valve stem was like pretty cheap. So I put in a better one, but they were like motorcycle valve stems. They were 90 degree. So we're gonna be putting in really good ones, WEDS ones, that are for the LXZs and the Ratzingers. Okay, so we're back. It's a couple days later. We got all the tires dismounted. So this one is from my Dart, and this is actually a really good example because it is a two-piece wheel. So you got the lip and the barrel, and these are rivets. So they rivet everything on. So you don't really want to take that off. That's going to be a lot harder to re-rivet. So I just cleaned that out and put new caulking in it. I rubbed it down with alcohol after I cleaned it to make sure everything's clean. You could blow it out with compressed air from like the air compressor or in like a can. That would work too. So we're gonna be demonstrating how to do everything, but I just wanted to run down the simple steps to make it easier. So we're gonna clean this out with a razor knife. We're gonna go on this side and then go on that side. And then we're gonna use a metal bristle brush, just like this one. And then we're just gonna clean the grooves and get everything that we missed. And then we're gonna wipe it down, clean it with alcohol, blow everything out, and then re-grout. So we're gonna be using this. This is advanced silicone. This says window and door projects. It is non-paintable, and it's outdoor and indoor use. It's also freeze and sunproof. I was looking at what silicone to get, and I got this silicone from 3-Piece US. So they sell like lips and barrels and faces and wheels for this stuff. And they sold me this, and this is really good stuff. It says it's metal, and this is what I found at Home Depot. So it's pretty much exactly the same thing. It's probably even better because it says 5 times stronger, but it's not metallic gray. This one is clear, but it's going to work hopefully even better. Okay, before we jump into everything, I just want to note some things that you guys can troubleshoot, because this is my problem, that it's not sealing here. You can see I already took out the grout on this one, but it wasn't sealing here, or the valve stem wasn't sealing. It was one of those two. So I redid the gaskets, the grommets on the valve stem, and I'm putting new caulk because it wasn't that good. So these wheels over here, these didn't hold air. Well, this wheel didn't hold air, and it was because there was a clipping right here. The metal was sticking up, and it cut the tire, so it wouldn't hold air. So that was my problem with that one. I took a metal file, and I just got rid of that. Another thing it could be is the lip or the barrel. Sometimes, even wheels I bought, they had rim repairs where the crack was fixed. They welded the crack, and it split open again. It could be like that. I actually did that to one of my back wheels on the S14, and I just unbolted everything and I put in a new barrel, and it holds just fine. So that could be another thing. If it's like this, it was the valve stem, and that was the only issue. The valve stem, when you moved it up and down when we were filling it with air, it would leak. So you could even put that silicone that we showed you around everything to seal it. So those are just some things. If you guys are curious and don't know what could be wrong with the wheel, I hope that helps. Now let's fix this one. So again, what we're gonna be doing is just cutting the silicone, the old silicone, and we're just gonna get all of it out. So I'm gonna cut with an angle on this way and then an angle on this way because it sits like a V in there. So I'll do that and then it'll come right out. You just gotta be patient, take your time. It doesn't really matter if you scratch any of this. And when we use this wire bristle, it's going to clean this up. Okay, now that everything's cleaned out, you can see how much cleaner it got. So what we're gonna do is use isopropyl alcohol, and we're just gonna spray it down like this, and then just prep the area. So that should be good for the whole thing, honestly. Trying to get really down in that groove just so you can see it really well. So it laid down pretty clumpy, and that's totally fine. What we're gonna do is use a nitrile glove. I'm gonna run my middle finger down and have these two side fingers as a guide, so it's nice and flat and flush. It would be a lot easier if you had a wheel roller. They sell them online instead of using a tire, but this is more everyday. So the technique was not to press down. It was literally just to skim the top. It'll naturally force it down in there. I don't really like the caulking on the side. I know I used a lot of caulking. That's kind of my bad. If you're rebuilding all four, of course you would get the hang of it, but it's been a little bit. So I'm gonna be using this spackling or putty knife, and I'm just gonna get rid of the excess. And this works well because it'll miss the inner void. now that we got that all down, we're going to take off this valve stem. So these are pretty simple to take off. You just get the right Allen key. Just undo it. Screws apart and it just comes right out. So you can see this gasket's pretty chewed up on the outside, but it is good on the inside. I'm still going to replace the gaskets. I just have new ones. I think I got these from either 3-piece US, VR wheels, or Weds themselves. I forget. You can also get these 90-degree valve stems on Amazon or eBay. I think they're for motorcycles. And I had to bend this one actually, just a little bit. There's no crack in it. We just heated it up just a little and bent it. So you gotta do what you gotta do. That's not the reason it's leaking though. I think these gaskets are really kind of cheap. And it's pretty common that they go. So we're gonna replace it. How we're going to seal this caulking, if you don't have one of those caulking caps and this is like your first time getting caulking, what you can do is just get a bolt and screw it right in. So it's going to seal it off. So that's just a good tip. I want to inform you guys with everything just in case you don't know how to do any of this. I want you guys to feel comfortable and like it's a pretty easy thing to do, and it is. Don't be nervous about this, it's not that hard. You just wanna do all the prep work and be thorough with that part. That is the end of the video, guys. I hope everyone learned something. If you did, drop a comment down below and a like. In another video, we're going to refinish wheels. So I did these ones really quickly. I just used metal polish, but first I sanded them down with 2000 grit. So we're gonna be doing them even better than that, to get out all of the light scratches and oxidation. So you can see these ones are fully polished and good to go. And they're a little dirty, but they are polished. So we're gonna be doing that video on these Radzingers that have tons of oxidation and just scratches. And they're gonna look absolutely brand new. So if you guys wanna see that, stay tuned. See you guys in the next one.